Hey everybody, it is Gerda here from Private Practice Success Australia, and it is, what's the time? 12:30 p.m. here in Queensland, and we are 3/4 of the way through day one of the Private Practice Success Academy 2-day business intensive. In terms of what we've done thus far today is we started with a session where we basically did an experiential processing of progress made to date. It is so important within a community of very motivated, driven business owners that we take the time to celebrate our wins and our achievements, because we are really good at moving the goalposts and we're not so good at looking at how far we've come, so that we can take from that inspiration and motivation as we continue. So that is what we started our day with. After that, we got to stand on the shoulders of giants. What does that mean? That means that when you are part of a community such as the PPS Academy, you get to learn not only from myself and the other PPSA coaches, you also get to learn from the other private practice owners within the group. Our community is probably the most generous community that I know of, where people will share openly without holding back the mindset strategies that they are using and the practical business strategies and tactics that they are using to build amazing businesses, which includes building amazing teams, building amazing revenue streams, and making a humongous impact on the mental health communities that they serve. And that's what we did during the Standing on the Shoulders of Giants section, where we went into breakout rooms and people could learn from other practice owners. These are one of the most popular sessions we run within the PPS Academy. So that was the morning session. We had morning tea, and then we had the opportunity to welcome an amazing guest speaker to the business intensive in the fabulous Dr. Tess Crawley. And Tess spoke to us about building and running collaborative teams. This is so important within a market where recruitment is really challenging. We want to be able to retain our team, we want to nurture that team, and we want to build that team, because as business owners we can't do this alone. We need our team. So this was an extremely important topic of conversation, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to continuing this discussion after lunch, as we actually now going to spend some time processing the learnings that we've just had as a group and starting to implement those. And then we'll have one more session for day one before we're gonna call it a day. Yes, and then day one's gonna be done, and we're gonna start afresh tomorrow. Tomorrow's gonna look completely different to today, but yeah, it's just the best exercise to do. I mean, within the academy we see one another weekly, right? And then we've got our 6 to 8 weekly practice pit stops. But these intensives happens twice a year. This one is online, so people are coming in from everywhere in Australia. But the next one we are running in September is gonna be, wait for it, in Bali. I'm super excited about that. And this was actually on request by our members, and they asked, and it's my job to deliver. So we are going to Bali. It is an amazing opportunity to really get a bird's eye view of how your practice is progressing. It is super, super important. You know, we all start the year with our 12-month goals. But in order to actually achieve that, you need to have these check-ins where you go and sit at the top of the mountain, as we refer to it within the academy, and you look down at the landscape of your business, within a local community, within a national community, within an industry, within a profession, and you look at how you are traveling and whether what you are doing is aligned to achieving those 12-month goals. because unless you do this, you'll just get distracted by shiny objects. And although getting distracted by shiny things might be exciting in the moment and might keep you busy, at the end of the day it just leads to overwhelm. It leads to feeling like a failure because you're actually not doing what you set out to do, and you're just consistently starting new things and not finishing anything. And then you end up not meeting your goals, and you're asking yourself, how did that happen? How did things go wrong? And it's because you didn't keep your eye on the goal, and you didn't make the time to do these check-ins. And that's why these accountability sessions really is a built-in part of the PPS Academy program, because it's my job to keep you accountable to what it is that you want to achieve within your business. You know what? We all need accountability. Even I need accountability. Your business is never too big, nor too small for that matter, for you to have a business coach and mentor that is keeping you accountable for achieving your hopes and your dreams and your vision for your business. I mean, I'm a mum, and most of us who are in small business have family. We are juggling family responsibilities on a daily basis, and it's easy to get lost in the juggle. It's easy to get lost and distracted. So having somebody in your corner that can cheerlead you and help you stay on track is so important. So accountability is important, and I would love to be in your corner. So if you are interested in joining us within the PPS Academy, reach out, email me at gerda.m@private-practice-success.com. Okay, well, I'm gonna head back in, get ready for the last part of day one. If you've got any questions, feel free to reach out to me, as I said, via email or message me on Facebook. Whatever you are doing on this amazing Wednesday, have an amazing day, and I'll speak to you soon. Well, hello there, Private Practice Success community. It is Gerda Muller here, and it is lunchtime on day 2 of the Private Practice Success Academy's 2-day business intensive. And I'm feeling a bit, it's about to end. It has been such an amazing day yesterday and today thus far. I did check in with you guys yesterday, so I thought I'll share a bit about what we've been up to today as I'm out here getting some vitamin D and moving my body, because you know, when you're on Zoom you do a lot of sitting in a room with air conditioner. So yes, today was awesome. So awesome. We started with a big group check-in, and then I ran a skills session called the AI Advantage, which was all about how to utilize AI in order to increase efficiency and productivity within your private practice without losing your brand identity and without compromising your ethics. Now, I might have been the facilitator. I should probably not say it, but I think this was one amazing skills session, just based off the comments. Comments such as, I'm just still picking my jaw off the table, Gerda. Mind's blown everywhere. OMGs, this is going to be a game changer. It was pretty cool. And once you know how to use AI, it's gonna be a game changer. It already is, right? But it's all about knowing how to use it properly. So everybody that was at the skills session said, well, I know about AI and I'm pretty much, thinking it is a great idea, but I've never had the time to look into it and see how to use it. And it's so interesting, right? This is a tool that can save you time, but first you need to make the time to look into it. And that is exactly what we did today. Was round about an hour, maybe just over an hour. And this hour that we've just invested into this skills session is gonna save heaps and heaps and heaps and heaps of hours into the future on a compounding basis. And as we all know, time is money. So that was pretty cool. The skills session was followed by morning tea, and then we ran our mini masterminds, which is like a mini hot seat session where we go into breakout rooms and each and every attendee at the business intensive has an opportunity to be in the hot seat, or the love seat as we call it, because they're getting love, they're getting help and input, where they could raise an issue that they were struggling with within their business, which is why it's called the mini mastermind, right? Within the Private Practice Academy, we've got some of the most experienced group practice owners at all levels of private practice development. Some are still at level 2, 3, and then we've got level 4, 5s, and even beyond within our community. And they have such generous spirits. They are extremely supportive, and they are extremely generous with sharing what they've learned, whether that's mindset strategies or actual business strategies and tactics. So that was just so awesome to see, because we do a check-in afterwards. And what, the feeling that I always leave with is that my Academy members are absolutely the trailblazers within the industry. And I'm just so proud to be the one to cultivate the community that they call their business coaching and mentoring home. So that was pretty cool. So now it is lunch, and after lunch, this is when we're gonna get down to the real business of the day. I'm going to take them through an exercise where we're going to assess the key 5 growth drivers for each practice that's here today. Following that, we're going to do a brainstorm for what is required so that we can fix whatever needs fixing. And if nothing needs fixing, then it is about going, how do we sustain where we've got to right now, and what is that next level? And then I'm going to take them through a really great exercise where I help them to determine very easily, actually, it's much easier than you think once you know how, what is the right next thing for their business. No, we're not in the business of reaching for shiny objects, of going asking other people what they think we should do. No, we look at the 5 growth drivers in your practice, and based on all of that, we will decide what is the right next thing for your individual practice, because although practices have a lot of similarities, they are not all alike. So the goal is, at the end of this next session, people will have a clear idea of what needs work within their business, what needs real work in order to change and move that needle of progress for them. Then we're gonna know what their right next thing is for their practice, and then we're gonna brainstorm that plan so that when they leave, they will know exactly what to do to implement their plan. And of course, for our Academy members, that includes knowing where to access all the resources required to implement their plan. Because in the Academy, you not only get the plan, right? Yes, you need the plan, the right plan for your practice, but you also need the resources so that you don't have to reinvent the wheel. And then you need support for if you get stuck. And probably not if, everybody gets stuck, right? So my goal really as the facilitator of the PPS Academy is for each and every one of my Private Practice Academy members to walk away from these 2 days with such clarity, knowing what they need to work on, knowing what they're going to need to get it done, having all the resources, and just having the confidence and being empowered that, you know what, I do not have to get distracted by shiny things. I can listen to what other people are doing and know that I'm staying on track. I've got my blinkers on, because what I'm working on, this is what my practice needs, and this is what's going to help my practice grow and excel, and what's going to help me achieve my 12-month goals. That's what we're here to do. Crystal clear clarity. And we're going to have that 6-week cycle, and then I'm going to meet with them in 6 to 8 weeks for our practice pit stop to see how they've gone. So if you're not in the Academy just yet, but you're thinking, hang on, I think I need to be in it, then stop what you're doing and reach out right now. Email me at GerdaM at private-practice-success.com and let's chat.